If you're looking at a product with high earnings potential and it already has 5 videos in the upper carousel, would you still make a video for it? What about 10 videos or 15 videos or 20 videos? What your answer is to this question, I think, says something about your approach to Amazon. And also, I think it indicates what type of videos that you think you make. In this video, I want to help you determine when it's actually worth it to post a video, even if the upper carousel is already full. But what I really want to talk about is something more important and something that I think will help the way you think about your own videos and help you actually determine how you can improve your videos each day. The reason I'm thinking about this right now actually is because of Rob or Fizz who made the Oink extension. By the way, Rob, if you're watching this, thanks for making Oink. He actually talked about this very thing in one of his videos where he kind of ultimately determined if the carousel's already full, it's probably not worth your time to make a video. This kind of led me down a rabbit hole because my initial gut reaction was, I kind of disagree. I think even if the upper carousel is full, you should go ahead and make a video. But as I kind of looked into things more, I definitely see instances where I totally agree with Rob. And in fact, I put together this massive spreadsheet, which is basically like a matrix of should you or should you not post your video to Amazon. Now, I actually just got done recording a video on this. It was way too long and too much of me rambling. So I'm not going to go over the spreadsheet as much, but I do want to go over a few things. The first thing I want to mention is in this video, when I talk about a product, I'm just going to go ahead and say, let's assume the product is on Creator Connections. Because realistically, I think if a product is not on Creator Connections, it's going to take a lot more to determine if it's worth it or not to post a video for that. The other thing I want to talk about is I'm going to mention video quality a lot in this video. And what I mean by that is, say for instance, I say high quality video. All I mean by that is a video that converts well. And if I say low quality video, all I mean by that is a video that doesn't convert well. Now, we all might have different opinions on what kind of video will convert well or won't, or does poorly or does well. I don't have a good answer for that. But when I talk about quality, I mostly mean conversions. And if you want to know my personal opinion on what makes a highly converting video, just watch any of my other videos. For this spreadsheet, I had to make a lot of assumptions with Amazon because we don't know exactly why or how they rank things the way they do. But the one thing I do want to show is I'm going to pretend that Amazon ranks things mostly by quality of a video. Again, that means high converting videos. I think age might play a factor, but I think that's mostly just because it has more opportunities, and then randomness or luck. What I want to look at right now is videos that have 6 to 10 influencer videos. So the upper carousel is already full. On this left column, this is basically just earnings potential. So up here, very low earnings potential. Down at the bottom, very high earnings potential. I don't know why I decided to write it the way I did, but it's weird. Anyhow, in these columns, I've got low quality, average quality, high quality, exceptional quality. Again, this is kind of hard to define, but if you've made more than a few videos, you should already know by watching other videos what your average quality is like. In my experience, most people making videos make it in a style where they are showing the product, they talk about it, they say what they like about it, they show some of the features, they talk about some of the features, but generally it's one of those videos where they make the video in one take. They probably don't show very much B-roll, if any B-roll at all. That's what I'm considering average quality here. A low quality video would be just single shot video with basically no effort or experience. High quality, a little bit better than that. And then exceptional quality, a little bit better than that, where you're adding more B-roll, putting more effort into it, thinking out how you want to do the video, that sort of thing. So if we look at this circumstance where the carousel's already full and we look at all of these don't post, this kind of lines up with what Rob or Fizz was saying, that it's probably not worth your time or effort to post. Now, if there's very high earnings potential and you make average quality videos, then maybe it'd be worth your effort to post just trying to get lucky. But if we go over and we look at the high quality and exceptional quality, if there's low earnings potential, then it's not worth it to post. But if you come and you look where just kind of your average product that sells pretty well has a decent potential for earnings, if you're making high quality videos, then yeah, you might want to post. And if you're making exceptional quality or videos that are better than most people, then you probably are going to want to post. And really the only way I can quantify this is by my own experience and my own tracking of how Amazon places videos in the upper carousel. I've done a lot of research and I've noticed that there are some videos that tend to stay in the number 1 or 2 spot in the upper carousel for a long time. I personally have several videos that have been in the number 1 spot for over a year. So I have a general idea of what those type of videos are. But here's the thing I want to get to, and that I think is probably most important. We can easily determine the quality of video that we need to produce just by going to Amazon and watching the videos already there. So if you're at your computer right now, let's go to Amazon together. Welcome. I just got onto ChatGPT, asked it to give me 10 random products. One of the things was a USB mic. So I'm just going to type that in. Search for any product you want to. Let's select one that's really popular. Okay, so we got number 2 bestsellers selling 9,000 past month. Yeah, that's pretty popular. So let's select this one. It says it has 18 videos, so a good number of videos. Let me shrink my head so I'm not in the way. Bloop. Without even watching any of the videos, we can get an idea already of what the quality is like. Let's look at some of these thumbnails. So we've got like 1 or 2 thumbnails that are showing the mic. This is like the manual. This is like not a mic. And yeah, I don't see a mic in this one. The other thing we can look at is the time. So I'm looking at this 16 seconds. It shows the manual. I already know what this video is. He's just going to show something for 16 seconds. If I want to buy a USB mic, the questions in my head are basically, what does it sound like? That's going to be the number 1 and most important thing. Probably what does it look like? I want a cool looking mic. And then I'd want to know things like, what do the knobs do? Does it have live monitoring? Does it have built-in noise cancellation? Can you set it on a stand? Can you put it on a scissor stand? What kind of connection does it have? Does it have the option for USB-C and XLR? Like, these are the questions I would want to be answered in the video. So let's go look at some of these videos now. We'll just look at this top video here. Shrink my head a bit more. Let's turn on closed captioning. Okay, we start out looking at the box. It's a perfect mic. We already know it's perfect, so video is done. We got the perfect mic. Okay, so far they've talked about what the mic is, things you can find on the product page. Now she's showing it. That's great. So we got a close-up view of the mic. We see the manual. This is nice. We know what the mic looks like. Okay, we see the USB cord. I have no idea what this sounds like. Can you please tell me what it sounds like? Like, this is a mic talking to the mic. Okay, I'm waiting. Okay, hey, that looks cool. That's a legit mic. That's cool. I'm going to stop watching the video here because my main question is, what does the mic sound like? I don't know if she's ever going to talk into the mic. So I'm skipping through videos. I'm just going to skip through them until I hear someone talking into the mic. Okay, let's go to the next one. Showing the box. Great. Okay, no, I'm going to skip it. I want to hear what the mic sounds like. Okay, mess on the computer. I don't care if you have a mess. Talking to the mic? Nope. Okay, and no audio. And wrong mic. Okay, awesome. Oh, hey, we have a winner. Okay, so we have someone talking into the mic, and it's showing the mic and talking about it. And I'm just going to kind of fast forward through this and different view. Okay. Hopefully you did something like that along with me, because when we're trying to determine what type of video we should create for a product, this is probably the easiest way to do that. After going through all of these videos, and I don't want to say anything negative about these videos. I don't make the best videos. I'm just trying to be objective with what is shown. I presented a question. I have a question that needs to be answered. I'm just going to go through the videos until my question gets answered. So if we look at all of those videos, there was only one video that I saw where they actually talked into a mic. And in that video, they didn't show any B-roll. They didn't show any close-up of the mic. They didn't show the mic working in any way. They didn't adjust the knobs or adjust anything like that. So if we look at all of these videos for the product, we know what the average video quality is. And that is simply to talk about the mic, show the box or the mic, and just say why you like it and say things about it. That's what the average video is. So if we want to go above average or do like a high quality video, then all we need to do is a little bit more than that. So if I was to come in and make a video for this mic, the first thing I would do is I would either talk into one mic and then talk into that mic, or I would just talk into that mic so people could hear the difference, a comparison, or at least hear what the mic sounds like. The next thing I would do is I would want to show close-ups of everything I can, get a good view of what the mic looks like. And even if I just did a single close-up, took 10 extra seconds just to record with my phone a close-up of the mic, that would probably qualify as above average video for that product. Something interesting going on right now is Amazon's they're swapping out the videos all the time. So if I refresh this page and watch the videos again, I think they'll be different. Yes, and they are. So this is actually a great time to do research. You can just refresh the page or go to the lower carousel. But now we have even more videos to go. So we got a 30-second video. Okay, we got an unboxing. Yep. This kind of commercial style. This actually looks pretty cool. I'm not opposed to this type of, yeah, actually I think he's doing a good job. That I like that video. Just showing the box again. I'm going to fast forward. I don't want to see the box. Okay, that's kind of a close-up. I don't think they're talking into the mic. I don't care. He's talking into the mic, or at least it looks like it. This is good. Okay, so let's look at this video. He's talking into the mic, talking about it. Close-up. Oh, this is exactly what I was talking about. So now that I see this video, he had about 10 seconds of B-roll. So with all these other videos, I know what I need to make. That last video, that was probably one of the better. He had about 10 seconds of B-roll, maybe a bit more. I could add more B-roll to that. I could show the knobs more. I could do more close-ups. So that's what I'm talking about when I say figure out what type of quality video you know you're already capable of making, but also find out what type of video needs to be made for the product. If we go back to my spreadsheet matrix and we apply that for this microphone, that microphone was selling well. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but I think more than $50. So this is kind of you can earn good money from it. If we look at the average quality, if you make an average video, yeah, don't post. But if you put a little bit more effort into it, you can make some good money off that product. And another really important thing to consider is future competition. I see so many people using extensions trying to chase that perfect product where it doesn't have any competition at all and it's selling a ton. And I think most people looking for these opportunities, as soon as they find it, they're going to buy the product and they're just going to do a quick video to be the first person to make a video for that product. But the reality is they're not going to be the only person that finds the product. Lots of other people are going to find the same product, buy the product, make a video for it. And the higher quality videos are going to push out all of the lower quality videos. So you might make money for a week or two, but that does not have long-term potential. I know for me personally, I am looking for long-term. I am in this for the long haul. So a great question to ask yourself before you make a video is, what kind of video do I need to make to compete with future videos that are going to be put up on this product? Going back to the question, should you post a video if the upper carousel is already full? I don't think this is a question of numbers. Obviously, the more competition a video has, the harder it will be to get a good spot on it. But I really believe the better question you should be asking yourself is, what kind of video do I need to create that's going to compete or do better than all of the other existing videos or all of the future videos that are going to go up? And if you determine that you can make a better video than what the average video is, then yeah, it's totally worth it. I think you should post a video for that product. And really what I think you should be doing, if you haven't done this before, is you need to figure out if you're making average videos or not. If you haven't watched hundreds of videos from other influencers yet, you need to do that. You need to figure out what are the products that you have that you can make videos for and what is the competition like. This is what you need to know in order for you to know if it's worth it to post a video or not. If your style is to do as many videos as possible and you don't care as much about quality, I think that's totally fine. And in many instances, that actually works. You get lucky a lot of times. You find products that other people don't. And for the duration of time where people haven't discovered that product yet, you can make money. That is certainly a strategy that works. It's not the strategy I use, but you need to determine for yourself if you're okay with a short-term strategy like that, or if you want to pick something more long-term. Honestly, if you're just starting out and you want practice, I think it's great to just make a lot of videos, see what works well for you and what doesn't, see what you're capable of doing or what you enjoy doing. This is all important and something you should be figuring out about yourself. For me personally, I am thinking long-term. This is my full-time job. I've decided I really like this job. I don't want to go back to a corporate job, so I need to make this work. So I have to figure out a long-term solution to keep doing this. And one thing that Amazon has taught me really well, especially in the past couple weeks. A couple weeks ago, I was fully convinced that having the highest quality video is what ranked the videos in the number 1 or 2 spot. And this week, nothing seems to matter. Every time you refresh, the videos change. I think this is temporary. I think Amazon will go back to something more related to quality soon, but who knows? It's all up to Amazon. We can't control Amazon. And if we are in this for the long run, we have to rely on something other than Amazon as well. Another exercise you can do with me to kind of help see the bigger picture is I want you to imagine for a second maybe your favorite product or one of your favorite products, and then imagine your favorite brand that makes that product. Now think you wake up one morning, you're going through your emails, and you find out that this brand, your absolute favorite brand, they sent you an email and they said, hey, we want to work with you. Send us your top 20 performing videos so we can see what kind of video you make, and we'll determine if we could work with you or not. If you saw that email, would your heart sink because you know that the videos you make are very low quality videos and they wouldn't care about them? Or would you be super excited to have the potential opportunity to work with your favorite brand? If you want to be doing product reviews long term, you always need to be thinking of ways to be getting better and better. This could mean experimenting with different gear. It could mean experimenting with different styles. It could mean doing different products. But what I have learned doing this over the past 10 years is the more you do it and the better you get, the more opportunities will come your way.